Yeah, I think the cost of our daycare is more than our mortgage. So that's just putting that into perspective.
The bill is that big, more than $600 per week for this woman's 2 children.
And the cost is even higher for infant care. Research by the Iowa Women's Foundation shows the average annual cost of infant care in Iowa is more than 18% higher than in-state tuition at one of our 4-year public colleges. It's also 14% higher than average annual housing costs. As our Aaron Kiernan shows us, the expense isn't the only challenge.
The cost is out of reach for so many Iowa families, and even if you can afford it, you might not be able to find it.
You're gonna build one too?
Becky Huseman has been in the daycare business for almost 18 years.
It looks like an obstacle course.
For the last 8, she hasn't had a single opening.
It's just a different relationship.
It's different. I mean, most of my kids have come to me at 6 weeks old and they don't leave until they're 12.
Becky's model is one that's disappearing in Iowa. According to the Iowa Women's Foundation, the number of childcare businesses has dropped by more than 60% over the past 10 years. While the childcare shortage has gotten better, IWF estimates that between 118,000 and 242,000 more slots are needed to meet demand.
So it's a larger issue, and it truly is a crisis.
Jillian Herink is the executive director of the Iowa Association for the Education of Young Children.
There's not accessible childcare. There's not affordable childcare. But the largest issue is there's not a childcare workforce.
AEYC's mission is to promote high-quality early learning and to support providers.
We really need to break this barrier. This is not babysitting, and this is a necessity. This is a necessity for Iowa to thrive and build the economy.
It's a huge problem that affects everyone.
So there was a study from the U.S. Chamber Foundation, and Iowa loses about $1 billion per year as an economic impact because of lack of childcare.
The biggest reason for the shortage is low pay. The average is $16 an hour.
Why don't we put the glasses on you?
But for many, it's much lower.
And they tell me back, hey, you're only making $10.91 an hour, which is totally different than what a teacher is getting, which is around $30 an hour. But I'm still teaching.
Less than $11 an hour for a woman with degrees in early childhood and elementary education, plus endorsements in reading and intellectual disabilities.
Let's pick up the toys that are on the floor.
Becky started out working as a teacher, but opened Busy Hands Daycare in her home in 2007 to care for her own disabled child.
So I open at 7 a.m. My first child arrives at 7:05 usually, and my last children leave at 6 p.m.
Long days. Why do you still do it?
I love kids. I love watching their imaginations come alive. I love the creativity.
And many of these children have been with us since they were babies.
Yeah.
It's the same for Kay Strayhorn and the staff at Conmigo Early Education Center.
I do it for the kids and the families and the teachers. You know, it's so important. This work is so important. I can't not do it.
Like Becky, she's making just over minimum wage and wishes she could pay her employees more.
The low wages for our teachers is super sad. We start out our teacher aides at $12 per hour, $12.50 if they are bilingual. And you know, my 2 sons that are 21 and 20 have jobs paying $17 an hour in a restaurant, you know? And so why would teachers want to stay here when there are other places to go that frankly are easier work?
And according to AEYC, more than 50% of child care providers make so little that they qualify for some type of state subsidy. It's a vicious cycle. Child care providers need more money to continue in the profession, but raising fees in order to increase pay will price out more families.
On average, 75% of our families receive assistance through child care assistance and for their children to come here. Child care assistance is not a freebie to these families. There are requirements.
And the requirements are that parents have to be working 32 hours a week or more, or in school full time, or some sort of combination of the two. The program isn't available to four-person families with incomes above $52,000 a year. The limit requires most middle-class families to pay full tuition. And then there are the families who aren't here at all. Those are the ones Strayhorn is most worried about.
But, you know, you do just kind of wonder, where are these children? Because it's like we're missing a whole income demographic.
I imagine you don't just wonder, but you worry.
I do worry. I do worry because I know how important early childhood brain development, learning, this whole 0 to 5 time in a child's development and growth, I know how important that is.
Now, tomorrow night, in part 3 of my series, I'll tell you about some solutions. There are some creative private-public partnerships making a difference, and also what the state is doing to help.
All right, thanks, Erin. Stay tuned for part 3 tomorrow night.